Have you ever wondered why everything costs a lot more nowadays? Food, transportation, rent, the prices of things keep going up. And then there are so many persons that their earnings are not going up anywhere close to the rate which prices are going up. And the reason is not because they are spending recklessly or because they have poor financial habits nor scarcity mindset, but there is something bigger that is working in the background. If this is something you want to learn, stay tuned. Hi guys, my name is Odogun. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you've learned one or two from our previous video. If my videos have been helpful to you, do well to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment. Put on that notification bell so you can get updates immediately we drop new videos. Thank you. Today, I'll be talking about what I call inflation. Do you constantly wonder why the prices of things keep going up? Food rates, transportation, rent, every single thing now has a higher price tag than it used to have in the previous years. Yet, for some persons, their income has not increased any yet the rate at which the prices of things are going up. One thing we must understand is that this is not as a result of poor spending habits or poor financial mindset. It is something bigger that is working in the background. Inflation is a gradual increase in the prices of goods and services over time. As the prices of goods increases, the value of your money reduces. In simple terms, the same amount of money can actually buy less than it used to buy. Inflation is a natural outcome in any modern economical system. Understanding inflation is the first key towards making smarter financial decisions and protecting your wealth. Now let us talk about the major causes of inflation. One of the biggest causes of inflation is availability of too much money. When there is too much money going around, now think about it this way. When people have more money and they want to acquire the same goods, and if the number of articles and services stays the same or even decreases, competition becomes very high. When businesses realize that people are willing to pay more, they begin to increase their price. It's a simple law in economics. The higher the demand, the lesser the supply. The more people compete for the same limited item, the more the prices of that item tend to rise. Another major cause of inflation is the rising cost of production. Businesses rely on many resources to produce and deliver goods and services. They have to pay for electricity, fuel, transportation, raw materials, equipment, and employee wages. When the cost of any of these increases, the overall cost of production increases. The cost of running the business also increases. For example, if the prices of fuel goes up, the cost of transportation also increases. If the cost of raw materials goes up, manufacturers have to pay for that material to produce the same product. Rather than absorbing all of these expenses, most businesses pass some or all of these increased costs to their customers by increasing the prices of their products, their goods, or their services. This is why you often notice that the prices of everyday things keep increasing, even though the product has not changed. In many cases, businesses are simply adjusting their prices to meet up with the new cost of production, so as for them to earn their profits margin. Another reason for a rise in inflation is people's expectation. And as much as inflation is economical, inflation is also psychological. When people expect the prices of things to rise, they begin to change their buying behavior. Instead of waiting, they buy those things sooner and in bulk because they fear that the cost of those things that they purchased will rise in the nearest future. This sudden rise in spending creates even more demand, which can affect the prices of goods. Ever wondered why things become very expensive in December period? This is the actual reason. Workers also respond to these expectations. When they see the price of things going up, they demand for an higher pay so as to meet up with the standard of living. At the same time, businesses anticipate an higher cost for salary, production materials, and in turn increase their prices so as to protect their profit margin. In this same way, the expectation of inflation can actually be one of the main causes of inflation. It becomes a vicious cycle where workers, their customers, and business operators constantly influence their decisions because of the expectation that there will be inflation. The biggest danger of inflation is that it quietly, slowly reduces the value of your money. It steals your purchasing power. It doesn't take away your money from your bank account or from your wallet, but it makes every naira you earn becomes less valuable over time. If the prices of goods keep piling up and your income or your salary remains the same, you are gradually going poor. One important lesson to learn in avoiding inflation is to understand the hidden cost of holding cash. Many people believe cash is the safest place to keep money because it doesn't go up and down as investment. It simply sits in your bank account and feels so secure. But in an economy where inflation exists, keeping your money is more dangerous than allowing the money to flow. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep cash. In fact, everyone should have an emergency fund. Emergency savings create stability and security when unexpected expenses arise. They are there to protect you and not to grow your wealth. The problem only comes when you keep all your money in cash for years. Most saving accounts pay interest that is less than the rate of inflation. As a result, while the money in your account balance increases, the purchasing power of that money continually declines. This is why investing is so important. When you invest in quality assets that has the potential to outpace inflation over time, you give your money a chance to grow instead of just sitting. The choice isn't about risk and safety. The choice is about visible risk and invisible loss. Visible risk is that investment can rise and fall over a long period of time, while the invisible loss is that inflation slowly reduces the purchasing power of your money. The biggest risk is allowing your money to stand still while the cost of everything keeps moving and going higher. Another way to protect ourselves against inflation is to stop looking at numbers in isolation. A lot of people make financial decisions based on the numbers they see without looking at the bigger picture. For example, imagine you have 1 million naira sitting in your savings bank account with a 4% yearly interest. After a year, your money grows to 1,040,000 naira. On paper, you've made 40,000 naira extra. But while the inflation during that same year increases by 15%, the goods that 1 million naira can buy at the beginning of the year now cost 1.1 million naira. Even though your account balance has increased to 1,040,000 naira, you are still 60% short of being able to acquire the same thing that your 1 million naira would have acquired. Your money has grown in value, but it has reduced in purchasing power. Many persons believe that any positive returns is actually making them wealthy, but in reality, you have to take a closer look on inflation rates and interest rates. One of the smartest ways to prevent yourself against inflation is to invest in quality assets. That is, assets that increases in value over time. Instead of solely relying on goods, let us focus on building ownership on things that have the potential to grow over time. This could be a business, real estate, stock, or even valuable skills that increases your potential of earning more. These are assets that help you stay ahead of inflation and protect your purchasing power. Don't overlook one of the most valuable assets you can acquire, that is your skill. The more skill you learn, the more valuable you become. The more valuable you become, the more valuable your time becomes. When you develop skills that are high in demand, you create leverage. You are no longer competing based on how hard you work, but based on the value you bring to the table. When you become more valuable in the marketplace, you gain confidence and ability to negotiate higher pay, higher opportunity, charge more for your time, and you can also build multiple streams of income. Remember, inflation rewards only those who have assets that increases in value over time, and not just those who keep their money sitting idle. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, drop a comment, share, and subscribe. I remain your very host, Successful. Thank you for watching. Bye.